Hi folks, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be doing a review of the GTRS Loco pod kit. This has been kindly sent to me from the folks over at eSigClick. Go and check out the website. There's loads of good stuff on there, loads of good advice, some great reviewers. Go and have a look. It's really interesting stuff. You learn a lot. Let's not mess around. Let's go have a look. This kit is basically a 1000 milliamp hour pod kit. It's refillable. Comes with 2 coils. It's really nice and it's blue. Okay, so this is the GTRS Loco box that your device comes in. As you see, you've got the usual warnings on the front. If we flip to the side, nothing very exciting on there. On the top you have the standard social media bits. On this side it says designed by GTRS, and the bottom there you've got your normal warnings. Don't throw it in a bin, you have to be over 18, don't vape a pregnant woman, and the website. On the back here you have a bit of information about what you will get in this box, which we will have a look at. Interesting bit about California there. And at the bottom you've got your usual scratchy scratch warranty bit that I'll let you deal with. If we take this sleeve out, we have another box which is pretty plain, but it does have this nice magnetic flappy bit that allows you to open the door, and inside you're greeted with the manual, which is pretty comprehensive. It just goes on and on and on and on. But actually the English is pretty good in it. Oh, on the back it's Chinese, which I'm showing you upside down, but it's in Chinese anyway. Everything's in here you need to know. Obviously all the standard bits and bobs, and all the stuff you will want, how to fill it, how to replace the atomizer heads, how to charge it, and all those kind of bits. So we'll chuck that to one side. Oops, sorry about that. You get your bag of coils and a few little extras that we will discuss in a minute. Get a tiny little USB charging cable, absolutely tiny, but does the job. And you get the device itself. And the device itself, this one I got is blue, which is a very nice blue, as you will probably agree. And this is a aluminium alloy with PC, which is polycarbonate, which is obviously good for heat resistance. And you can see at the front you've got your fire button, your on-off button there. And at the bottom you've just got what basically look like some vent holes. Nothing on that side, nothing on the back. And on this side you've got the very nice GTRS logo and your charging port. Pop off the cap, and there you see your mouthpiece, and it all feels pretty nice and lovely. Grip your fingers like that, off comes the complete pod. Now I will say, as you can see inside the base of this device, everything is pretty clean and tidy. Not too shabby. And at the bottom of the pod you can see this is where you install your coil, and this little flappy rubbery bit is where you fill her up, and you literally have to just pinch that, fill that up in there and pop her back in, which is a bit of a faff, but it does go in quite neatly and quite tight. It doesn't come out too easy, which is probably a good thing. At least you know you're getting a good seal. So let's pop that back on and quickly open up the little bag. Now I'm pleased about this. You get a spare bung. Let's call it a bung. You get a spare bung. There. You get a spare bung, which is always good because it's possible to lose or break. So that's nice. You get a spare atomizer coil. Now, these coils are a 1 ohm resistance. Let's see. You see that there? Nice GTRS print on them. Nice little seal there at the bottom. Now these are what they call a BVC coil, which is a bottom vertical coil. So you can see the air travels up from the bottom here, up through the centre of the coil and into your face. You get the adapter here and obviously the second coil. So what I'm going to show you guys now is how to put the coils in and how to fill it up with juice. Right, let's put this bad boy together. So get rid of that top cap for now. Open up the pod as we did before. First thing you want to do obviously is put in these coils. So you're going to need a coil and you're going to need the bottom adapter, I believe is what they're calling it. And that quite simply screws into there. Oh, hey, loco. Get your pod and screw her in nice and tight. Now you might want to prime your coils first, but I'm planning on leaving this for a good 10 minutes once it's filled up. We do have on this side your adjustable airflow, which has got a nice little tolerance to it, and it only goes one way. You can close all the way off, or you can open it right up. For this I'm going to open it right, keep it open right up. So then you take off the bung that we spoke about before. Little pop there, lovely. Get your juice. I will talk about this juice I'm using in the FaceTime part. And this pod will take 3 ml of juice. Once you've filled up completely, just pop it back on. It will flash 3 times to tell you that there's an atomizer head on the device, and we'll go up top and give it a little go. I love a clicky button. That was the GTRS Loco. As you can see, 5 clicks to turn her on, 5 clicks to turn her off. When you're popping your atomizer in, it will flash 3 times, which is good. So what do I think? Well, I've been puffing on it for quite a while, giving it a good go. I've been using this liquid. This is the Pod Salt Apple, 20 milligram, bit high for me. Not usually my thing, but for the purpose of this review, I thought I'd give it a fair trial. So, the first thing I will say is it looks a bit like a USB stick, like a giant USB stick. It's about 93 mil, I think, with the lid on, which compared to a Sharpie is that. So it's only a small device, but it does look like a giant USB stick. But it feels nice, it feels good, it feels substantial. It's not like some of these tiny slender pods and little pens you get that could slip down the side of your car seat. You know, it can be a bit harder to lose this, which I like. The big thing, 1000 milliamp hour battery. That's great. If you're on a higher nicotine and you're only having a handful of puffs and then putting it away, it will last all day, 2 days, who knows, maybe longer. If you're on the lower nicotine levels and you puff quite a bit more, then it should still last you all day. I haven't given this a charge yet, but I suspect it won't take too long to charge anyway, even if you leave it overnight. So that's all good. I have set the airflow halfway, and I'm going to do a mouth to lung hit. So that's just flashed 3 times to tell me that the atomizer has been installed. So here's a mouth hit with the Apple Nick Salt. And the flavour's not bad. It's not bad. It's not 10 out of 10. But you know, you get the lovely apple, you get the little tickle on your throat. It's nice. So hopefully for a new vapor, someone who's looking for, you know, for their first bit kit, not a bad way to start. Now, it doesn't say anywhere you can do this, but it doesn't say either way. It just says a pod kit. If I then adjust that airflow wide open and I do a direct lung hit, nice amount of vapour. Flavour's about the same as I was getting before, just a bit more vapour. So perhaps when you're somewhere a bit more discreet, you can just knock the airflow down a bit. Or, I mean, let's give it a try. That's full airflow, mouth to lung. About the same, a little bit less flavour than I got on the half airflow mouth to lung, but it's still not bad. So what are my final thoughts on the GTRS Loco pod kit? I really like it. I mean, yes, it looks like a giant USB stick, but it's substantial enough that you're not going to lose it easily. It feels alright to hold. It feels well made. It all clicks together nice. This pod is stiff, but that's good. It comes out nicely. And you pop it back in. It obviously flashes and tells you what's up. You get a nice little bit of vape out of it. I haven't seen it online in the UK yet. I've seen it on some American sites for $29.99. So I gather it's going to be around the £25 to £35 mark. Okay guys, we've zoomed into the future. We're 5 days ahead of what we were, and I wanted to tell you a few bad things that I've noticed about this pod kit. There she is there, still working fine. She takes about half an hour to charge, which is decent, very good. And batteries don't last quite as long as I'd hoped. I thought it'd easily last a day, even if you're a heavy puffer, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It lasts me most of the day, but I end up charging it by early evening. But like I said, it only takes half hour to charge, so even if you just pop it on every now and then just to give it a boost, then that should be pretty good. Second thing I'm not happy with, that annoys me, is this top cap and what to do with it. It's fine when it's on there, but then when I take it off, I don't know where to put it. I just hold it and stick it in my pocket. I'm going to end up losing it. So that's just a minor con, something I've just noticed that bugs me. I wish there was somewhere to put it. I mean, even if it went onto the bottom, just slip like a pen lid, that'd be perfect. The big one though is to do with filling her up. I've noticed if you get a bottle with a tiny little narrow nib like this, which you won't focus on, you ain't getting that in there. Now that sounds a bit weird, but basically because this part is so short, it won't get over that lip. It's too short to reach. It hits, as you're pointing that in there, it hits there and doesn't go in the hole. So what you end up doing is just filling up the hole and it's spilling everywhere. If you've got one like this, then it's a bit longer and you get a bit more luck filling her up. You see the difference there? Hopefully you can. So that's a big gripe, that's a big problem. So you're going to have to be quite particular on what bottles you use to fill her up with. Even if you end up decanting liquids from one bottle into another just to get it to fit. I ended up using a tiny bit of this green and yellow sleeving I had as a bit of a funnel, which worked fine, but it's still a bit of a pain. Thanks to eClick for sending me this for review, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Please check out some of my other videos, or hit the like button, or subscribe if you fancy it. Thanks for joining me. I'm Flatcap Vapor.